Hello, welcome to Higher Ground Gaming. This is Eric. Today we're going to play another game from the Bobby Orr career replay. Game number 26. The Boston Bruins come into this game with a record of 5-18 and 2 saves. And they were actually 6-14 with 5 saves. So they're just one win behind. Well, 6-14 and 5. That's it. 6-14 and 5 coming into this game. So they're just one win behind their pace. They did win this game actually by a score of 3-1 over Montreal. So hopefully they can do that and stay one win behind. Otherwise they'll fall 2 wins behind their pace. Montreal is 11-11-2 in the actual season. Here they're 9-8, and again it doesn't show the saves for some reason. But I believe with a couple of saves too, so probably a few more saves just because actually it would be 11-10-2 coming into this game if you don't count this game loss. So that would be 4. So 4 other decisions there. So it would be 4 saves. So 9-17 because they would be 24 total games, and they would be 23 total games, so that would be 6 more. Yeah, so 6 saves. So all right, so the Bruins will be at home here hosting the Canadians, and the lineup for the Montreal Canadiens is going to be John Ferguson at left wing. Terry Harper is at left defense. Hold on here, let me see if I can there we go. So he's played 23 games, 5 goals, 2 assists for a total of 7 points. I know you can't see all of it. 161 penalty minutes. Wow. That is a lot of penalty minutes so far. As you can see, he's a 6 here. So, yep. So he'll get his share of penalties and then some. So he's definitely an enforcer. Terry Harper is your left defenseman. He's played in 23 games with no goals but 10 assists for a total of 10 points, 21 penalty minutes, plus minus of +8, and he has a plus minus of -7. Henry Richard is your center. He's played in 23 games with 7 goals and 5 assists for a total of 12 points, only 2 penalty minutes, and a plus minus -1. Jacques Laperriere has played in 23 games with 5 assists, 5 points, no goals. 12 penalty minutes and plus minus +3, and Cornier is the right wing, and he's played in 23 games with 6 goals, 1 assist, and a total of 7 points, 2 penalty minutes, and a plus minus -3. So for the Boston Bruins, Mr. Johnny Bucyk, he's played in 25 games with 5 goals, 6 assists for a total of 11 points, 2 penalty minutes, plus minus of 0. Mr. Bobby Orr, who we're doing the replay of, in his rookie season, he's played in 25 games with 6 goals, 6 assists, for a total of 12 points. I believe that leads the Bruins in total points, and I think goals. And he has 26 penalty minutes with a plus minus of -11. Pip Martin is his center. He's played in 25 games with 7 goals and 5 assists for a total of 12 points. So actually, Pip Martin has more goals, and he's tied with Orr with 12 points. I believe he got a goal in last game. 27 penalty minutes, plus minus of -2. Ted Greene is the right defenseman, played in 20 games. He was injured a few games, with no goals, 4 assists, 4 points. 28 penalty minutes and plus minus of -8. And finally, Mr. Ed Westfall at right wing has played in 25 games with 5 goals, 5 assists for a total of 10 points. 14 penalty minutes, plus minus of +1. Yeah, +1. So, all right, so those are your starting lineups. Martin and Richard are in the face-off circle. And let's get this game underway. So, all right, so the Bruins will win the face-off. It's going to be kicked out to Mr. Ed Westfall. And that is going to be passed over to Johnny Bucyk, and he'll wind up and take a shot. And that is going to be covered up by Charlie Hodge is in goal for the Montreal Canadiens. Comes in 12 games with a record of 2-4-2. Again, those records really aren't accurate. Goals against average, though, 2.78 earned run average. Goals against average, 90% save. Ed Westfall, who has not been great at all, has played in 12 games with the record they say of 0-7-1. Goals against a 5.51. So he's been pretty bad with a save percentage of 85%, or 0.85. So face off in the Montreal zone. Richard and Martin in the face-off circle. And then it's going to be won by Richard. And that's going to be kicked out to Harper. Harper over to LaPerriere. And that's going to be a loose puck forced by ORR. Loose puck is recovered by Cornier. And that's going to get it over to LaPerriere, and he will give it away. And actually, that's going to be a forced dumping. So it'd be puck battle between Cornier and ORR, which will be won by ORR. He'll get it over to Greene. And Greene will pass it back to ORR. ORR will wind up and no, he won't take the shot. He's going to pass it. And he'll be hit off the puck by LaPerriere. Covered by loose puck tracked down by Cornier. And that's going to be intercepted by ORR. Hit off the puck by Ferguson. Loose puck battle between Cornier and ORR once again. And that's going to be won this time by Cornier. And that is going to go... It's going to get over LaPerriere. Pass back to Cornier. Back to LaPerriere. And that is going to be another pass. Over to Harper, thankfully. Finally a name that's easy to pronounce. And he will give it away, though. And it will change up. And it's going to get over to Pip Martin. Martin over to Greene. Greene over to Martin. And it's going to be intercepted by Talbot. Bruins will switch it up. Over to Bellevue. And Bellevue will give a nice feed into Russo. Russo winds up, takes a shot. And that'll be saved by Johnson. He'll leave it for Watson, the right defenseman. He'll come back around, and he's going to give a great feed over to Oliver. Oliver will wind up and take a shot. And that will be held on to by Hodge. So 14:40 left in the first period, no score. Face-off in the Montreal zone to the left of Hodge. Oliver and Bellevue in the face-off circle. And that's going to be won by Montreal. Over to Harris. Harris over to Dick Duff. And that's going to be a forced dump in by Stewart. And Johnson will leave it for Marat. And he's going to get it over to Stewart as Montreal changes up. And that'll be a giveaway by Stewart. And Bruins get back quickly. Oh, Jimmy Roberts with it, the center now for Montreal. Bruins will switch it up. And it's going to be Provost with it. He'll take the shot. And Johnson will hold on. So face off in the Bruins zone. To the right of Johnson. Dillabaugh and Roberts in the face-off circle. Face-off won by the Bruins. Over to Mr. Bobby Orr. He'll come back around and get to Orr, and Orr will pass it over to Conley. And he will give it away. And it's going to be Provost with a breakaway. Takes the shot, and that is a goal. Break means the goal there. So on the Bruins giveaway, Provost scores. Giveaway by Conley. So on the turnover, proves costly as Montreal gets on the board. So Montreal 1-0 to 13-minute mark approximately. So Backstrom and Dillabow in the face-off circle. Backstrom gets kicked out. Bruins win the face-off. Over to Ron Murphy. Murphy over to Wadowich. Wadowich winds up and takes the shot. Gary Doak getting a start today will take a weak shot on net. And that will be covered up by Hodge. So face off in the Montreal zone, up 1-0. Deal ball and Backstrom to the left of Hodge. Face off will be won by the Bruins. Dillabaugh with it, gets it over to Conley. Conley takes the shot. And nice save by Hodge. Rebound out to Doak. Doak and LaRose battling for it. Won by LaRose for Montreal. Bruins switch it up. And Montreal will give it away. And they'll switch it up. Dillabaugh with it for the Bruins. Over to Orr. Orr with the pass. Over to Conley. And he'll hit off the puck by Russo. Loose puck battle between Russo and Orr. And that is going to be won by Russo. Russo with it. He'll pass it over to Beliveau. And he will take a weak shot. Saved by Johnson. Rebound is out to Greene for the Bruins. Greene controls the loose puck. And he'll give it away. Russo with it. Pass it over to Tremblay. And that is going to be a delayed penalty on Orr. Actually, no, it won't be a delayed penalty. It's a pass, so it will be a penalty on Orr. Let's see what that is, if anything. And that is going to be a minor on Orr. Possible injury. So I think that was Russo with it. Let's check and see who had it last. Oops. Yeah, Russo. So Russo with a 1 rating there. And so it'd be no injury. But Mr. Bobby Orr will go to the penalty box. And Montreal will be on the power play. So the first power play for either team today. So it'll be Busick, Westfall, Greene, and Martin. The penalty killing team for the Bruins. LaRose, Harper, Richard, LaPerriere, and Russo for the Canadians. Richard and Martin in the face-off circle. And it's going to be won by Montreal. Over to LaPerriere. And that is going to be... No, the physical play is medium. It's not low, so that will be a hit by Westfall. Loose puck tracked down by LaRose for Montreal. I'll get it over to Russo. Russo will wind up and take a shot. And that will be a goal. So that one easily got by Johnston. Was totally fooled by that shot. The wicked slap shot by Russo. And it looks like we're going to have an assist by LaRose. So Claude LaRose with the assist. And Montreal lead is now 2-0. Let's see here. Okay. So, all right. So, Montreal 2-0 lead now. So, Backstrom Martin in the face-off circle. And that's going to be won by the Bruins. Down by 2 now. Loose puck tracked down by Backstrom. Possible injury on Tremblay. And no injury. He will control the loose puck. Gets it over the Rose. And that is going to be, no, not intercepted. He winds up and takes a shot. And that's going to be a save by Johnston. And we leave it for Martin. Martin will give a nice feed over to Marat. Marat winds up and takes the shot. Not going to get much on it. Saved by Hodge. Loose puck battle between Harris and Busick. It's going to be won by Johnny Busick, and he'll wind up and take a shot. Another save by Hodge. Bruins putting the pressure on. Loose puck battle between Marat and Talbot. Won by Talbot from Montreal. Bruins will change it up. Montreal with the pass. Over to Talbot. Talbot will pass it over to LaRose. LaRose winds up and takes the shot. And actually, I'm sorry, he passes it over to Harris. Was going to take the shot, but thought better of it. And that'll be a takeaway by Greene for the Bruins. Gets it over to McKenzie. John McKenzie with it. McKenzie winds up and takes the shot. And that's going to be a save by Hodge. He'll leave it for Harris. And Bruins will change it up. LaRose with a great feed over to Harris. Harris with the shot. And Johnson will cover it up. So face off in the Bruins zone. 6 minutes left in the period. Bruins down 2-0. Backstrom and Martin in the face-off circle. Face-off won by Montreal. Over to Tremblay. Tremblay over to LaRose. LaRose with a weak shot. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. It's going to be delayed penalty on Marat. And he will take a weak shot on that. Saved by Johnston. Johnny Busick will control it, and that will see what the penalty is now with the change of possession. And that is going to be just barely a penalty, but a penalty on Marat. So Montreal will be on the power play, no misconduct. So once again, Montreal up 2-0 will be on the power play. Richard and Martin in the face-off circle. Face-off won by Richard. Over to Russo. And we're going to be a delayed penalty on Greene. Oh, actually, no, it's a giveaway, so no delayed penalty. We'll see what that is now, if anything. And that is going to be a minor on Greene. Possible injury. All kinds of stuff happening here. Russo, let's see, Russo is a 1. Oh, and Russo will be out for the game. So Bobby Russo gets injured. And he will be unable to continue. The right winger, third string right winger. All right, so let's see what's going on there. So Montreal now with a 5-on-3. Have a sip of coffee. All right, so the Bruins in deep doo-doo right now. As they're already down by 2, and Montreal with a 5-on-3 advantage. Marat and Greene in the penalty box. So that'll be won by Montreal. The roast with it. Gets it over to Russo. And Russo will wind up and take a shot already with a goal today. And he gets another. So a quick goal by Montreal after the second penalty on the Bruins. Third penalty overall, but second penalty forcing a 5-on-3. So Greene will be able to, not Greene. Oh, great. Oops. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. It's not going to allow me to fix it either. Oh well. Shouldn't have done that. Alright, so we'll bring Marat back in. And, who is that? Oh, man. It was, Greene, I think. Yeah. So we'll put him 2 minutes, but it's 1:40, so we'll go to 40 seconds left. 20 seconds left. Okay. So, alright, so let's see if there's any assist on the play here. Yes, LaRose will get an assist, another assist. Montreal with a commanding 3-0 lead. Okay. Alright, so it's going to go to 20 seconds. So, minute 40 left on the second power play. Well, on the second penalty. Alright, so that's going to be a one by Montreal over to Harper. It's no dump in. And a shot by Harper, a weak one. And that will be covered up by Johnson. Face off in the Bruins zone. Down 3-0. Martin will get kicked out of the face-off circle. Montreal wins the face-off. And forced pass. That's going to be a forced pass. So Harris with the pass. Over to Bellevue. And another forced pass here. Over to Ferguson. And that's going to be intercepted by Westphal. Westphal with it. He'll ice it. And that is going to be it on the penalty there. Alright, so Bruins kill off one of the penalties. One of them they did get a power play goal on to make it 3-0. So Greene forces the dump in. Loose puck battle between Greene and Ferguson. And that's going to be won by Greene for the Bruins. Greene has it. He will pass it over to McKenzie. Backstrom will force the dump and Bruins will switch it up. And there's a loose puck battle between Tremblay and Westphal. Won by Westphal for the Bruins. Bruins unable to generate much offense as of late. Down by 3. And Martin will get a shot here, though. And that will be saved by Hodge. He'll leave it for Tremblay. Taken away by Martin.
Last minute of play in this period.
Over to Marat. Marat with a weak shot. Saved by Hodge. Out to battle between Watson and Tremblay. That's going to be easily won by Tremblay. Hit off the puck by Marat. Loose puck battle between Westphal and Tremblay. Won by Westphal. Bruins trying to get a scoring opportunity here. 30, and that is going to be a pass. Back around over to Watson. Another pass, and that will end the period. So the Bruins down 3-0 as we go to the locker room, the first intermission. Let's take a look at the stats here. Montreal outshot the Bruins 10-9. Montreal got 3 of those goals past Johnston to take a 3-0 lead. 2 even strength goals and 1 power play goal, I believe. Let's see. Doesn't say power play goal, but it should. One of those Montreal goals should be a power play goal. Probably because it was a 5-on-3, it didn't recognize it as that. Oh, I know why. Because I think the guy that got injured was actually the guy that scored 2 of the goals, I believe. I believe that is the case. So for the let's see. So to lead Montreal for shots on goal, LaRose and Provost with 2 apiece. And for the Bruins, Johnny Busick with 2 shots on goal as well as Marat. All right, so let's see here. Let's see who the goals again were by. Yeah, so the goals were by Russo, yeah, and he was the one who was injured. So, too bad for Montreal. They're, 2 power play goals. Those are both power play goals by Russo, and now he is injured for the rest of the game. So, all right, so hopefully the Bruins can get back here. The Bruins will go with 3-4 checkers. They'll keep the physical play the same, and Montreal will go down to 1. All right, so Dillabow and Richard in the face-off circle as we start the second period. Bruins down by 3. Richard with it, and it will be kicked out to LaPerriere, and that is going to be a takeaway as the Bruins have 3-4 checkers, so it pays off. Over to Waterwich. Waterwich with the pass. Over to Doak. Doak will pass it over to Conley. And pass, then assist. Let's see, the 27. That'll be a weak shot by Conley. And that will be held on to by Hodge. So face off in the Montreal zone. Dillabow and Richard battle for the face-off. Won by the Bruins. Waterwich with it over to Murphy. Murphy takes the shot. And that will be saved by Hodge. Rebound out to Doak. Doak takes a weak shot. And will be held on to by Hodge. So another face-off in the Montreal zone. And it's going to be won by the Canadians. Harper with it. Bruins will switch it up. Richard with a pass over to Ferguson. Ferguson winds up and takes the shot. Couldn't get much on it. And it's going to be forced wide by Westphal. Loose puck tracked down by Martin. Martin with it, and it'll be taken away by Richard. And let's see here. No force. So you then use pass number. So that is not a forced dumping because of the forecheckers. And instead it's going to be a pass in. Actually, yes, pass. And it's going to be hit off the puck by Westphal. Cornier with it. He tracks down the loose puck from Montreal. He'll take the shot. Saved by Johnson. Harper has it. And his shot will go wide. And LePerrier with it. He'll track down the loose puck for Montreal. Ferguson with the pass. And that's going to be taken away by Mr. Bobby Orr as Montreal switches it up. And Talbot will force the dumping. Martin tracks down the loose puck. Hit off the puck by LaRose. Westphal and Talbot battling for it. Westphal gets it for the Bruins. Gets it over to Orr. Orr with the pass over to Busick, and that's going to be a forced dump in by LaRose. And Hodge will recover it and leave it for Talbot. And Orr with a delayed penalty as Harris has it. Harris over to Tremblay. Tremblay winds up and takes the shot. And it's going to be held onto by Johnson. See what the penalty is on Orr. .34 goalie penalty, so no, nothing in there. So that is wiped off. So there is no penalty. Face off in the Bruins zone. Bruins can ill afford for Montreal to go on another power play. As Martin gets kicked out of the face-off circle. Backstrom. Oh, try that again. And Montreal wins it. Gets it over to Tremblay. Bruins switch it up. LaRose pass over to LaRose. They'll pass it to Backstrom. Backstrom will wind up and take a shot. Saved by Johnson. Loose puck battle between LaRose and Doak. And that's going to be won by LaRose. LaRose will take another shot. And that will go off the stick of Johnson, out of play. So face off in the Bruins zone. Still down by 3. Oliver and Backstrom in the face-off circle, and Backstrom gets kicked out of the face-off circle. Face-off won by the Bruins. Doak with the pass over to Waterwich. Waterwich will give it away, though. Tremblay with it as the Bruins get back quickly. Tremblay will give it away, though. Montreal gets back quickly. Oliver sets it up over to McKenzie. McKenzie with the shot. And that is going to be saved by Hodge. Harris tracks it down. And that's no assist because Montreal has only one forechecker. So it's just going to be regular pass. And that will be hit off the puck by Waterwich as Montreal switches it up. Loose puck tracked down by Doak over to Oliver. Oliver with a weak shot. If that would have been anything but a 0, that would have been a goal. But instead, it's great save by Hodge. And Oliver with it will get the rebound and take the shot. And it's going to be a wide shot. And we get a possible injury on Ferguson. No injury. He will track down the loose puck. Get it over to Harper, who will give it away. And it's going to be McKenzie with the breakaway. Shoots, and great save by Hodge. And Richard with the loose puck. So Bruins with a breakaway opportunity, unable to score on Hodge. Shot by McKenzie. And that is going to be over to Cornier. And he'll get it over to Harper. Harper with the pass to LePerrier. He will pass it over to Harper. Back to Harper. And we have a delayed penalty on Waterwich. As Harper pass it over to Cornier. Cornier will take the shot. And it'll be held on to by Johnston. So we'll see what the penalty is, if any, on Waterwich. Good chance of a penalty here. He's a 38 penalty rating for the minor. And that is going to be a minor on Waterwich for tripping. No misconduct. So once again, Montreal will be on the power play. Already up by 3 halfway through the second period. So Richard and Martin in the face-off circle. Face-off won by Montreal. Cornier with it. And oh my goodness, not this again. Looks like it's going to be another 5-on-3. Actually, pass right there. So let's see what the penalty is, if anything. And yes. So ORR goes to the penalty box and a possible injury. And who had it last? Cornier has a 1. And he'll be out for the shift. All right, so let's see here. What's going on? So Cornier not in there. Okay, good. All right, so Montreal on the power play. Now a 5-on-3. Once again, they scored on their last 5-on-3. And there's about as much time remaining here, too. So Bruins need to fight this one off. Already down by 3, and that is going to be won by Montreal. Physical low, the no hit there, so 25. That will be a giveaway by Montreal. Busick is going to get a breakaway, though, so oh my goodness, can the Bruins score on a 5-on short-handed here by 2, 3-on-5. Let's see if they can score. This would be huge, and they will score. So the Bruins, Montreal with a 5-on-3 power play, and the Bruins score. Mr. Johnny Busick with the breakaway. All right, so the Bruins on the board on the power play goal by Mr. Johnny Busick, and not just any power play, one where they were down by 2 on a 5-on-3 for Montreal. Unbelievable on that one. Montreal getting a little too cocky there, and the Bruins able to score. Hopefully that will motivate them now. Now just down by 2. So it's still going to be a 5-on-3 here. All right, here's the face-off. Richard, and I don't know who it is for the Bruins in the face-off circle, but anyway, the Richard will win the face-off. And come back over to Richard, and he will take a shot, and that is going to be a save by Johnston, and he'll hold on to it. So 1 minute on the penalty to Waterwich, 1 minute 20 on the penalty to ORR. The Bruins can fight off these penalties. They should be golden. Well, not golden, but they should be. They're back in it now, just down by 2 now. So Richard will win the face-off. Over to LaRose. I say that that'll be none of the penalty. He'll pass it. And that is going to be, let's see here. And that is going to be a pass by Harper. Over to Richard. Richard with a great feed, though. Over to Backstrom. Backstrom winds up, takes a shot. Saved by Johnson. Oops, that shouldn't have been face-off. Should be this right here. And that is going to be loose puck battle between Richard and... All right, what's going on here? Should be offensive right wing. Because I hit face-off first, that's why. And so Backstrom and... the Bruins don't have anybody, so Backstrom will win the loose puck. So first penalty is over. Alright, so just Bruins second penalty almost over here. This would be huge if the Bruins can fight this one off. Get back to even strength. Let's see here. 28, and that is going to be a pass. Let's see. By Harper. And that second penalty is over. So the Bruins successfully fight off both those penalties and score a goal. So the Bruins not done yet. This was the actual score of the game, but in the Bruins' favor. See if the Bruins can come back here. Still plenty of time left. Almost intercepted by the Bruins. Not quite, though. Backstrom with a weak shot. And we're just going to keep it even strength. We're going to keep it 2-4 checkers for the Bruins. And that is going to be saved by Johnson. Johnson has definitely started to look better now as the game progressed. After giving up 3 goals. Seems to have settled in now. And Bobby Orr with it. He'll pass it over to Murphy. Murphy will wind up and take the shot. And Hodge will cover it up. So face off in the Montreal zone. 6 minutes, 20 seconds left in the period number 2. Bruins down 3-1. Bellevue and Dillabow in the face-off circle. Won by Montreal. Tremblay with it. And that'll be taken away by Orr. Montreal will switch it up. Gets it over to Conley. And that is going to be a delayed penalty on Harris. 14. And that will be held onto by Hodge. So let's see if the penalty is to Harris, if any. And it's going to be a minor for tripping. 31, so no misconduct. So the Bruins will be on a power play. So Richard and Pitt Martin in the face-off circle. Bruins can score here. They can pull to within 1. It would be huge. Fans are on their feet cheering the Bruins on. And Orr will... No, actually, Richard. Actually, Richard wins the face-off there. And Harper with it. And that will be hit off the puck by McKenzie. This puck battle between Orr and LaRose, and that will be won by LaRose. Gets it over to Harper. And he will ice it. So Orr pushes it back up. Pass it over to Westfall. Westfall will take a shot. Didn't get much on that one. Easy save for Hodge. Gets it over to Richard. Richard. That's going to be Tremblay with it. He will ice it. Over to Oliver. Oliver with the shot. And that is going to be a save and covered up by Hodge. So penalty almost over to Harris. Beliveau and Oliver battling for it. The face-off. It'll be won by Montreal. Over to Tremblay, and that will kill the penalty. So the Bruins unable to capitalize on the power play. Still trail it by 2. But Ron Stewart will get the takeaway here. And McKenzie here will take a shot. Got a great look at the goal here, at the net here. And Hodge will make the save. This puck rebound battle between Oliver and Beliveau. And that's going to be won by Oliver. Oliver will crank up and take another shot. Not much on this one. And Hodge will cover it up. 3 minutes left in the second period. 3-1 Montreal. Beliveau and Oliver face it off. Won by Dick Duff. Duff over to LaRose. LaRose with a great feed. Back to Duff. Duff will wind up and crank it up. Crank on wrist shot here. And that is going to be a save by Westphal. Oliver with the puck now for the Bruins. Taken away by LePerrier. Hit off the puck by Marat. Montreal changes it up. McKenzie with it now for the Bruins. Gets it over to Oliver. Now it's going to be intercepted by Montreal by Tremblay. Gets it over to Price.
Last minute of play in this period.
Nearing the end of the second period. Richard with it. And that's going to be taken away by Stewart. See if Bruins can get a chance here. McKenzie with the shot. Saved by Hodge. This puck tracked down by Ferguson. Gets it over to Tremblay. Tremblay with a great feed into Cornier. Cornier will take a weak shot. Saved by Johnston. Oliver with it. And that is the end of the period. So at the end of 2, scores Montreal 3 and Boston 1. Bruins able to get on the board in the second period on a double shorthanded goal by Mr. Johnny Busick. A breakaway. So let's take a look at the shots on goal. Boston outshot Montreal in the second period 14-10. Overall outshooting Montreal 23-20, but trailing in the scoreboard 3-1. Face-offs. Montreal dominating the face-offs with a 74% face-off win. Bruins need to improve that if they're going to have any chance here in the third period. Sorry, so we'll be right back with the start of the third period. All right, here we are at the start of the third period with the Bruins down by a score of 3-1. Dillabaugh and Beliveau will face it off. Center ice. Beliveau gets kicked out of the face-off circle. Bruins will win the face-off. Wayne Connolly with it. And that'd be a forced dumping by LePerrier. Loose puck battle between LePerrier and Connolly. And that's going to be won by LePerrier. And he will give a great feed over to Duff. Duff will wind up and crank one up. And he will score. So Dick Duff quiets the crowd here. I was excited at the beginning of the third period. Now seems to be more subdued now. As Dick Duff scores in the opening minute of the third period to give Montreal a 3-goal lead once again. And LePerrier will get the assist. Alright, so the Bruins now will be forced to 3-4 checkers, and we're going to go high physical. Montreal will go 1-4 checker, but medium physical still. Alright, so Montreal wins the faceoff. Over LaRose. That's going to be taken away by ORR. ORR gets it over to Greene. Greene will give it away, though. Bruins get back quickly. LaRose with it. And the Bruins will force a pass here. Actually, hold on. Nope, that is going to be... Yes, because it'll be a forced dump in here, so that'd be a forced pass then. And Greene will hit him off the puck. Montreal switches it up. Or will track down the loose puck. And, oh, Greene almost with a great pass. Not quite, though. Greene back to ORR. ORR with the pass over to Parise. Parise will take a weak shot. And that is going to be an easy save for Hodge. Unable to cover it up, though. Hodge. Loose puck battle between Parise and LePerrier. And it's going to be won by Montreal. For the Harper. Harper with a weak shot. Held on to by Johnson. So face off in the Boston zone. Down by 3. Face off won by Montreal over to Duff, who scored the last goal. And that is going to be a hit. That's going to be a loose puck. Due to the 3-4 checkers. The high physical play. And Tommy Williams will get the loose puck for the Bruins after the big hit. And it's going to be a delayed penalty on LaRose. And Parise will take a shot. And that will be held on to by Hodge. So the Bruins possibly on the power play here. That would be huge if they can do that. That play looked pretty vicious. And that is going to be a minor on the Rose for hooking and a misconduct. So, no match here though. So Rose will be out for 2 minutes, plus the 10-minute misconduct. So he'll be out a total of 10 minutes. Bruins will be on a 2-minute power play. So Bruins with a great opportunity here. Let's see. No. Nope. Can't duplicate Richard. Alright, good enough. So, alright. So Bruins with the power play team on there. Here's the face-off. And that'll be won by the Bruins. And that's going to go over to Mr. Bobby ORR. ORR with the pass. No hit by Montreal. So ORR with another pass. Over to Watson. Watson will give it away, though. And loose puck tracked down by Watson for the Bruins. So they maintain possession. Watson will pass it over to Martin. Martin will pass it back to Watson. Watson over to Westfall. And that is going to be intercepted by Richard. Loose puck tracked down by McKenzie for the Bruins. And physical low, so there'll be no hit by Montreal. So Mr. Bobby Orr with an opportunity here. Power play chance here. He winds up and takes the shot. Saved by Hodge. Rebound out to Martin. Martin cranks one up. And that one will be forced wide. Richard. Martin tracks down the loose puck. Gets it over to McKenzie. Bruins battling here. And that is going to be held on to by Hodge. So the Bruins with a flurry of shots there, unable to get one past Hodge. It remains 4-1. Oh, actually, that is going to be it on their penalty. For some reason, it doesn't automatically stop after 2 minutes there. So, my bad on that. So, no, LaRose cannot go back on the ice, but all right. So, all right. So, face off. Backstrom with it. Gets it over to the face-off over to Tremblay. Cormier with it, and he'll take the shot. Saved by Johnson. Doak with it now. Gets it over to Oliver. It's going to be a delayed penalty on Montreal, on Talbot. Bruins possibly could go on the power play again. Saved by Hodge. Out to Waterwich. Waterwich will take a weak shot. And Talbot will get it, and that will be a blown dead at the change of possession. So let's see what the penalty is. That will be a minor. No misconduct, though, for tripping on Talbot. So the Bruins, once again, will be on the power play. As we near the halfway mark of the third period. Still down by 3, so the Bruins need a goal here. Richard and Martin in the face-off circle. Face-off won by Montreal. And that'll be a takeaway. Or with it. Pass it over to McKenzie. McKenzie takes the shot. And that'll be saved by Hodge. Rebound out to Watson. Watson has it. He's going to take a great shot here. Point blank shot. And a great save. And held on to somehow by Hodge. So the Bruins had a chance there, but unable to get it past once again by Hodge. Hodge with 30 saves out of the 30. Saved 30 out of the 31 Bruins shots. All right. There's a minute 20 left on the penalty to Talbot. Montreal wins the face-off. 7-3. That's going to make that 10. So that will... That would be an interception here. So Westfall is able to get the intercept the pass. And Martin with it. He'll crank one assist pass over to Westfall. Cranks the shot, and that is going to be a goal. So Mr. Eddie Westfall makes it a 4-2 game on the power play goal. the Bruins not dead yet. As Eddie Westphal gets his pass from Pitt Martin after Westphal intercepted it. So Pitt Martin with the assist. And it's now 4-2. So lots of 3 power play goals and 1 shorthanded power play goal in this game. So all kinds of interesting goals in this one. Okay. All right, so face off at center ice, 4-2 now, and the Bruins will continue to be high physical and high forechecking there. Montreal would be medium physical and 1 forechecker. All right, so Beliveau and Dillaveau in the face-off circle. Face-off won by Beliveau. And that is going to be a hit there for the Bruins with the 3 forecheckers. This puck tracked down by Montreal, Beliveau. Beliveau over to Duff. Duff already with the goal, takes the shot. Saved by Johnson. Rebound out to Beliveau. He'll crank it 1 up. And another save by Johnson. Dillaveau tracks down the loose puck for Boston. He'll pass it over to Watson. And that will be no interception there. Comes back around to Watson. Watson with the pass. Over to Conley. Conley with a great feed. Over to Murphy. Murphy will crank 1 up. And that is going to be a blocked shot, as Montreal has just 1 forechecker. So they have plenty of men back to block that one. Dillaveau tracks down the loose puck for Boston. And that's going to be a dump in there. So Bruins will switch it up. Hodge recovers and leaves it for Tremblay. And McKenzie with the loose puck. Caused the loose puck with the hit. And we got a possible injury here. And Wadowich will be out for the rest of the game. So each team has lost a player. Oops. So Wadowich out for the game. So both teams lose a defenseman. I think that's who. Oops. That's who Montreal lost to. Hey, not right winger. All right. All right, so face off now. 7:40 left in the game. Bruins down by 2. So Montreal will go low now. So they don't get a penalty. So 3 minutes and 40 seconds left on the misconduct to Claude LaRose from Montreal. Face off won by Montreal. Richard wins it. Talbot with it. And it's going to go over to Cornier with a great feed. Over to Ferguson. Ferguson will wind up to take a shot. And that's going to be saved by Johnson. Loose puck battle between Harris and Parise. It's won by Parise for the Bruins. Controls the loose puck, gets it over to Schock. And no penalty. Almost a penalty on Ferguson. Not quite, though. So Schock with it. Takes the shot. And that will be saved by Hodge. Not able to cover it up. Parisi and Talbot battling for the loose puck. That'll be won by Talbot. So Montreal gets it over to Richard. He'll take the shot. And that will be held on to by Johnston. So face off in the Bruins zone. Richard and Schock in the face-off circle. Face-off won by the Boston. Watson with it. Over to Schock. And he'll give it away, though. Bruins back quickly. Richard with it. And Watson will intercept it. Montreal switches it up. And the Bruins will immediately give it away. Tommy Williams will give it away. Bellevue with it. Over to Cornier. Takes the shot. And Johnson makes a save and covers it up. So face-off in the Bruins zone. Approaching the 5-minute mark of the third period. Bruins still down by 2. Bellevue and Schock in the face-off circle. Again, won by the Bruins. Bruins winning a few more face-off here in the third period than they did in the rest of the game. Schock with it. And, ooh, could have a possible delayed penalty here on... Alrighty, so we have the penalty on Dick Duff here. So let's see what that is. And that is going to be a minor, just barely, but a minor to Dick Duff. So the Bruins not done yet. And they will be on the power play. Chance to pull within 1. Fans are again in anticipation here. And that is going to be won by... Hold on there. That'll be won by Martin. He'll get it over to... It'll be shot out to McKenzie. Martin will wind up and take the shot. Excellent opportunity here. Oh no, it's going to be intercepted though. The pass to him. He would have had an excellent opportunity here. But it's going to be intercepted by Perrier. Bruins thought that was a penalty there, but none called, as Martin would have had a point-blank shot there. And that hit will be good, because there is no center to offset it, so no offensive center there, so loose puck. Ooh, possible injury here. Oh no, possible injury to Orr. No Orr to injury. Injury to Orr, thankfully. Bruins could ill afford an injury to Bobby Orr, one of their best players. And the man who this series is for. So, alright, so Mr. Bobby Orr controls the loose puck. As Montreal changes it up. And he'll get it over to McKenzie. And that will do it for the penalty. So the Bruins unable to take advantage of the power play. On the power play. Oh, wait a second. Hold on. They're not done yet. That's right. Dick Duff is still the penalty. That was the misconduct penalty. So the Bruins are still on the power play. So 31. That is going to be a pass by ORR over to Martin. Again, that's going to be intercepted by Perrier. Harper with it. And they got a short opportunity here. He's going to get it over to Tremblay. Tremblay will take a weak shot. And that will be saved by Johnson. Westphal controls the loose puck, and that will be the end of the penalty now. Dillabaugh with it for the Bruins. Takes a weak shot. And it's going to be defense 0-01, and then it's going to be a forechecker 0-1, then it will be a wide shot. So it's one shot forced wide. Harris tracks down the loose puck. Bruins Watson will take it away. And that's going to be intercepted by Montreal. Bruins will switch it up. Bellevue with it. Bellevue with a great feed into LaRose. And that is going to be no block here, because they have 3 forecheckers. And it'll be held on to by Johnson. So time running out for the Bruins, down by 2 goals. Have to think about pulling the goalie very soon. Bellevue and Oliver in the face-off circle. Face-off won by Montreal. And it's going to be a forced dump in by Stewart. Loose puck battle between Greene and Duff. And that's going to be won by Greene.
Last minute of play in the game. Last
Bruins will
minute
pull
of
the
play
goalie.
in the game.
Pitt Martin. Johnny Busick. 1-6-7-13. 1-10. 1-6. Yeah, Martin's a little bit better there. So Pitt Martin comes in as the extra skater. Bruins have pulled the goalie. Are controlling the puck. And Stewart will take the power play. No, it can't be a power play. How can that be a power? Oh, it is. Oh, I know it, because they have the extra player. That's right. So Stewart will wind up and take the shot. Excellent look here. And that will be a goal. Ooh, I thought it was going to be wide, but that will be a goal for the Bruins. So the Bruins pull the goalie and score the goal. So the Bruins pull to within 1 now, as Ron Stewart scores the goal after they pulled the goalie. And it's going to be Ted Greene with the assist. So hold on here. The Bruins will continue to... they got to put their number 1 line on there. They can't afford to do this. You got to go with their number 1 here, and that will be... We're going to put in McKenzie. Let's see here. Alright. No. Now, who do we put in here? That's the question. Well, I think it's going to be Dillabaugh. I think that's who we want. Oh no, Dillabaugh isn't in here. Oh boy. Is it Dillabaugh? 1-3. No, not Dillabaugh. Who do we put in? Ron Murphy? Possibly Ron Murphy here. 1-6. 1-9. No, Ron Stewart's better there. think it's going to be Ron Stewart, 1-9, 10-18. Yeah, I think it's going to be Stewart. Just want to make sure here. Yeah, it's going to be Stewart. So Ron Stewart is going to come in to be the extra skater. Face off at center ice here. Bruins with their number 1 line in. We'll put the number 1 line in for Montreal too. Bruins go high physical play here. 3-4 checkers. Montreal will go low with 1-4 checker. Alright, so Bruins down by just a goal now. 1 minute left though. Here's the face-off. Crowd is on their feet. Face-off won by the Bruins. Greene with over to Busick. And that's going to be taken away, though, by LaPerriere. And it's going to go over to Cornier. Cornier will get a shot off. And that will be a goal. So as long as it doesn't, shot is on net, that is a goal. So the Bruins comeback is foiled by the empty net goal after they did score a goal after they pulled the goalie. But they will continue, though, they'll have their number 1 line out there again. Montreal also have theirs. So it's going to be an empty net goal. Did anybody get the assist on that? LaPerriere gets the assist. Okay. Alright. So here's the face-off. Bruins win the face-off. Or has it. And they're going to force the dump in here. Actually, no, it doesn't force the dump in. Yeah, he can still take the shot, I think. Yeah, because it doesn't. The forced dump in goes beyond the number. No, I think they do force the dump in anyway, so it's no shot. This puck battle between Busick and LaPerriere as the closing seconds here. And it's going to be won by LaPerriere, and that will do it. So the Bruins' valiant comeback is foiled by the empty net goal. And the Boston Bruins fall to the Montreal Canadiens by a score of 5-3. What an exciting third period that was. But the Bruins come up short. So players of the game, Jacques LaPerriere, 2 assists, 4 takeaways, 1 hit. And I don't think I'd give him player of the game. Bobby Rousseau, 2 goals. He was injured, 3 shots on goals. And Charlie Hodge, I think I would give, I don't know if I'd give even him player of the game either. I think Rousseau is going to, I'm going to override that and give Rousseau player of the game, number 1. Hodge, number 2, and LaPerriere, number 3. So let's take a look at the box score after we save the stats here. So Montreal had goals by Cornier, 7th. Bobby Rousseau, 2 for 14. Dick Duff is 4th. Claude Provost, his 2nd. For the Bruins, Ed Westfall, his 6th. Johnny Busick, his 6th. And Ron Stewart, his 7th. I didn't realize Ron Stewart had that many goals. So let's take a look at the box score. So in that third period, each team scored 2 goals. Bruins pulled to within 1, 4-3, with a minute to go, but Montreal scored the empty net goal to make it 5-3. So the Bruins outshot the Montreal 12-11 in that third period. Overall, 35-31 Boston. Bruins came back a little bit in the face-off, getting 33% overall, and Montreal with 67% of the face-off wins. Again, Rousseau with 2 goals for Montreal, Cornier with a goal. LaPerriere with 2 assists. Roast had also 2 assists. Dick Duff with a goal, and Claude Provost with a goal. For the Bruins, Westfall with a goal. Greene and Pitt Martin each with assists. Ron Stewart with a goal. And Johnny Busick with a goal. John McKenzie with 7 shots on goal for the Bruins. Nothing to show for it. Murray Oliver with 5 shots on goal. And Cornier led Montreal with 6 shots on goal. And did get 1 goal. Bobby Orr's total stats. He played 31 minutes. Had 1 shot on goal. 4 takeaways, assists, 1 interception. Did get a 2-minute minor penalty. Had 2 penalties, 2 minor penalties for 4 minutes, and a plus-minus of -1. So that's it as the Bruins fall, and now are 2 wins below there. They had 7 wins at this point of the season. In the actual season, only 5 wins right now. So thank you for joining me. It's been Eric from Higher Ground Gaming. And we will see you in the next Bobby Orr career replay, game number 27. So take care and God bless. Bye-bye now.